Guts is a man who lives in a world where humanity's relationships became corrupted and perverted, a world where pragmatic and concrete monstrosities run wild, and Guts himself partakes in the cruel and selfish desires this world promotes, as if the safest way to survive was to avoid any interactions, a world that isn't entirely devoid of tenderness, but those elements are overall quelled by the mazy and aggressive narrative. Guts was driven to turn into an animal. On Volume 3, the Golden Age begins, and it is in this portion of the manga we learn about Guts' life before the awakening of his animosity and indifference. It is a widely agreed upon fact that this period of Guts' life is the only moment he really built true relationships, both with Griffith and Casca, with the same ending with the biggest act of brutality, which is saying a lot on the grounds that violence is a prominent part of the series. Berserk transitioned over to a less individualized type of story, to something younger audiences of your typical shonen series would be more familiarized with, featuring the quote-unquote group of heroes, with Guts now realizing that violence was not a viable solution to every hassle on his way. But now Guts relies on others, who have nurtured other sides of their personality that Guts himself could not afford to, such as serenity and ingenuity. Upon joining this group, Guts ponders about whether or not he would have made this decision of joining them at another time in his life. And he did so this time because he was afraid of the dormant wickedness festering inside of him. And by the final chunk of the manga, characters from other factions are portrayed in a more righteous manner, with increasingly more indications of Guts' change of heart. Guts is aware of that change. Guts gives away a much more welcoming energy. Guts is able to put his life together, and there is a mutual perception of Guts' growth as a person. Maybe this change is what Berserk is all about. Griffith is viewed as someone who will stop at nothing to achieve his goals. However, Guts thinks Griffith's ends are just his means toward achieving something bigger and more ambitious than his previous achievement. Berserk is not about vengeance, it's about learning to value the present, and this is what Miura left us. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this video on so it can reach more people. That being said, see you next time.